Sisters, if you're in an abusive relationship, you're married to an American citizen or LPR, you don't have to be trapped in that relationship. You can get a green card on your own. That's for brothers as well. Today, I'm going to talk about a VAWA, that's Violence Against Women's Act success story, all right? We're going to cover kind of the process, the evidence, and how fast it's going to get a green card for you, all right? Because we just got a green card approved for a case that we had filed in 2021. I had worked with the client myself. We filed the case in December 2021, and we got the approval notice in March of this year, and she got the green card in the mail recently as well. So let's talk about this. What exactly is Violence Against Women's Act? It's known as VAWA. It allows a person who's an immigrant, who's married, to an American citizen or LPR primarily, or there's a relationship with family that's an LPR or citizen, to apply for this benefit. So if you're undocumented, you're in the United States, you got married to a U.S. citizen who's abusing you. And let's talk about what exactly that abuse is. It can be battery, or it can be extreme cruelty. Battery is basically physical assault, physical contact. Let's say he or she hits you, strikes you, you have photos of it, you meet that requirement. But then extreme cruelty, which is a lot more complex and more nuanced, it can be control in terms of financial, social, psychological, manipulation, gaslighting, and basically being in a toxic relationship. That can be enough to qualify for what's known as extreme cruelty, all right? When you have those two aspects, whether it's, physical, abuse in terms of battery, or you have extreme, cruelty, you can then use that as a basis for a VAWA application because you already have the relationship, right? In terms of being married to the American citizen, you have that bona fide relationship. Now you have the abuse, and you can file a green card basis for relief, okay? You can file the I-360, you can file the I-485 adjustment of status while you're in the United States and get a green card. Now, the timeline on this is that it's taking a couple of years, all right? The case that we got approved, on the VAWA basis, we filed it in the end of 2021 and we got it approved this year. So we're talking about 3.5-year timeline, all right? But the good thing is while your case is pending for a green card for yourself, you can get a work permit, you can get a social, you can even get a travel document. And if you're undocumented, you came over the border, you have this protection. You don't have to be at risk of basically being deported, all right? Because you can even do cancellation of removal, VAWA cancellation removal if you're in removal proceedings. All right, guys. So please, sisters, especially if you're trapped in that toxic relationship, that toxic marriage with your partner, your spouse, whoever it is, you can get that benefit and get a green card on your own. Watch our YouTube video, which has more details. Thank you.